Evil people are heartless. My life In my life I've met more than my share of evil spirits doing harm. Something that is overwhelming and that has changed me for the rest of my life. Like throughout life, I just watched the movie Pinocchio and how this fox and this dog, they lead him, for a second time to the wrong path, to destruction, to to become condemned, you know. And in my life, I've run into a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of people, and like at first they're all nice, they're all nice, and at first they create this charisma, they have this front, you know, people helping them, and then you realize what they're doing. You realize that, what I'm saying, that they're only trying to condemn you, that they're only trying to harm you, that they're people that come from the world, you know, having lived life after life doing harm. Like this fox and this this dog, you know, and and it's very interesting, like to get to know them, like because how they change, how you get to know that they're lying, how you get to know their way of being, how you get to know the way they are, you know, and how sometimes they try to get you to be like them, you know, to be like them, you know, um, and it's all very sick and disgusting, and like I tell myself, that these people, like, they're heartless. Like they don't care about anything. All they care about is, you know, doing harm, because they are in, how would you say it? It's like very much like being in high school where the jocks, they're in their limelight. They're in their prime, they're in their moment, you know. That's the way it is with these individuals. You know, I I think that there's a sequence to life, a sequence that people don't want to admit. The world doesn't want to admit. But meanwhile, these people are excited. They're excited. They want to be doing. They want to give it their best shot. You know, I was saying the other day. Tapita, tapita, échale todo. Hoy es tu día. Because they left a little black top there. It's their day. All I could do is sit back and observe, you know. And like I said, like these evil people, like I've met them time and again. I've gotten to know them, and it's all overwhelming, man. It's all overwhelming to get to know people, to get to know how they are, you know, to get to know like what to the extreme that they get to, where what I'm saying, where there's not where they're not even acting, you know. They're straight up, telling you to your face that they don't like you, You come to get that sensation, that raw sensation of a government project where nobody likes you, and they'll tell you, you know, by their actions, you know, by not allowing you to have food, you know, by never having anything new, nothing new, you know. And it's like, wow, it's all overwhelming. And I think that, that these evil people, they're heartless. They're in their limelight, they're in their time, and there's nothing that's gonna change them.